Greetings and salutations, adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a little while. I've been working on a video on what you can put in the plot/adventurer tab for some time now, but the script has not been coming along. I keep learning new things and then changing my mind. Also, I'm a terrible script writer, so I'm learning a lot. This is all new. I'm just trying to do stuff over here, okay? But yeah, so it's been taking so long that I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna continue with my quick play stuff and still work on it, so it's gonna come out eventually. I'm having a lot of fun, you know, learning new things. I was just gonna go based on what the devs have been putting in these quick play options, but I've also been perusing the Discord and seeing what other users have been recommending. So along with that, I'm also doing my own tests and talking to some friends, and it's actually it's gonna take a little bit for this script, so hopefully you'll stick around to see it when it's finished. I'm also trying some new editing techniques. It kind of looks cool, so well, I'm trying to get better, okay guys? Anyways, sorry for the long ramble. I've decided that, you know, let's just continue with this quick play stuff while I'm working on it, because it feels bad not having any content. So let's get on with the video, shall we? Okay, today we are starting with the superhero genre category. Woo! Let's start. And we're going to be taking a look at the Hero's Day Off. Let's get into it. Enter your character's name. So, now we are doing a contemporary setting. What's a name for rat? Radius, Ratlock, Rathern, Ratka, Ratgorn, Raticus. You know what? I'll name myself Ratrick. Thanks, ChatGPT. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Okay, back to the video. We shall be known as Ratrick for all my contemporary names. Yes, that's my name. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so long. Okay. Alright guys, first we're gonna take a look at the scenario. All the stuff in the plot adventure tab. You are the storyteller of a slice-of-life superhero story in the tropical oceanside metropolis of Riverglade Beach. Continue unfinished sentences, write in the second person. Okay. Avoiding summary and letting scenes play out in real time without skipping. Let all characters take the lead. Keep the language literal, grounded and specific. Focus on what people say and do and on events rather than emotions or thoughts. Ensure run-ins with off-duty heroes and reformed villains. Include overzealous fans and paparazzi, power-related mishaps, and mundane tasks of daily life with a super-powered twist. Oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, we're gonna go down to plot essentials. You are Ratrick, a superhero in Riverglade Beach, a vibrant tropical oceanside metropolis where the long-standing presence of powered individuals has become a part of daily life. Riverglade Beach is known for its bright Art Deco architecture, pristine sandy beaches, surfing scene, and an urban fabric where the mundane and fantastic live side by side. Gleaming skyscrapers are capped by exclusive night spots with landing pads accessible only to flying heroes, while street-level businesses cater to the distinct needs of powered and non-powered clientele. The city's long history of powered individuals is evident in everything, from infrastructure reinforced to withstand superpowered shenanigans to special lanes for super speed commuters. The memorial-dotted shoreline of Heroes Beach, the ever-busy powerhouse gym, the round-the-clock bustle of the Sidekick diner chain, the lightning-fast Civvies Express civilian clothing delivery service, the burgeoning collateral damage insurance district, and the Bystander, the city's local paper famed for its heroes and villains column. Emergency app informs citizens of super-related incidents, while Hero Alert, trademark, warns of powered goings-on that require a heroic response. DJ Soundwave, a sound-manipulating metahuman, hosts the Soundwave Show on WHRO, Hero Radio, delivering a mix of music and superhero gossip with manic energy, campy sound effects, and groan-worthy puns. In Riverglade Beach, you're as likely to run into teens practicing newly manifested powers in the park as to spot a famous reformed villain on the boardwalk. The colossal Titan Insurance building dominates the skyline, slogans like, "We've got you covered, even if you can bench press a bus," emblazoned on billboards throughout the city. From the quantum containment facility at Riverglade State to the special holding cells at the local precinct, the city has adapted to the presence of superhumans with a mix of ingenuity and matter-of-fact acceptance. Wow, what a mouthful. That is a lot. And things like this is why my video is taking so long to make. So like, just a quick hint, like a lot of the times they'll put this kind of stuff, up onto the AI instructions and vice versa, apparently. So you could really put anything in these options and it's a lot, so. Okay, anyways, let's get on with the story. I've got more reading to do. The sun peeks over the ocean as you step out of your beachfront condo, twirling your car keys. There she is, your baby, a cherry red 1965 Mustang convertible, restored to gleaming perfection. You rarely get to drive her, what with all your alternative transportation methods while on duty, but today's your day off and you intend to make it count. The V8 roars and you grin like an idiot as you drop the top. Today's mission? Beat the rush to Chekhov's coffee. Maybe read all the bystander, not just heroes and villains. Maybe read all of the bystander, not just heroes and villains. You ease onto Ocean Drive, drawing double takes from joggers. Maybe they're just admiring your ride. Last thing you need is for someone to sick the flash mob's paparazzos on you. The police scanner squawks.
Possible 1066 at Riverglade National Bank. Suspect described as wearing lederhosen and...
You switch it off with a snort. Not your circus, not your monkeys. Not my problem. A Ducati pulls even with you. The rider's face is hidden behind her visor, but her bright green riding gear gives her away. Velocity Vixen. She tosses you a wave, then makes a follow me gesture. Last time you let Vix lead, well, it was a night to remember. You shake your head and honk back a greeting. Vix shrugs and then guns her engine, darting into the traffic. You turn onto the Miracle Mile as the last notes of I Fought the Law fade, and a manic voice bursts from the car stereo.
Good morning, Riverglade. DJ Soundwave here, using my top secret powers to manipulate the airwaves with classic hits and breaking news. Speaking of, bits of the blob are still oozing down Fifth, so plan another route or bring a really big spoon.
As the bad joke groan effects fade, Soundwave hurtles his trademark rapid-fire summary of last night's powered incidents, but you're too distracted by the ruckus on the roadside to pay attention. A crowd has gathered outside the Titan Tower, signs bob above the throng. Fair pay for super work. And capes are people too. You honk supportively, but keep driving. Social justice is important, but so is your date with a double espresso. Approaching downtown, you spot scorch marks on the pavement and a series of car bodies twisted into modern art sculptures. Looks like Dr. Havoc had a creative night. Mental note. Park in the garage and check if your Titan insurance covers mild havocing. Mild havocing? Suddenly, Soundwave interrupts himself.
Bubba, breaking news, folks. Mayor Chan is calling for all available heroes to assist with a situation at the zoo. Apparently, someone taught the penguins to fly.
You chuckle. Good luck with that, Madam Mayor, you say, turning into Concordia Boulevard. A streak of red and gold flashes overhead, probably airburst off to wrangle the airborne waterfowl. You give a little salute. Go get 'em, Tiger. As you near Chekhov's coffee, your phone pings. It's Hero Alert, trademark. Attention all powered individuals. Incident at the Riverglade Metahuman Preparatory Academy. Reports of possible rogue AI, killer robots, and teenage angst. Assistance requested. You park your car, pocket your phone, and stride towards the heavenly aroma of freshly ground beans. Killer robots are temporary. Coffee is forever. Actually, coffee is also temporary. You walk up to the counter and greet the cashier. Hey, what's up? The cashier looks up and flashes a smile. Well, hey there, Ratrick. What can I get started for you today? She leans forward, resting her elbows on the counter in a casual pose. Her name tag reads Kara. You smirk slightly, remembering the last time you were here and ended up chatting with her about your favorite blends. The same as usual, I think. Double shot of espresso and a big cup to go. That's exactly what I get in real life, too. but I get iced coffee usually. Okay. All right. Answering for me, I guess. I'm just gonna continue the story. The barista nods, already reaching for the espresso machine. Coming right up. How did I do her voice? Chat, play that back. Coming right up. So, any big plans for your day off? I'm thinking about going to the library and checking out if they got any new books from my favorite author. You reply as you glance around the establishment. I would love to do that, honestly, in a perfect world when I had a day off. The cashier, Kara, nods approvingly as she prepares your order. Ooh, that sounds nice and relaxing. I love getting lost in a good book myself. She slides the steaming cup across the counter to you with a smile. As you take it from her hands, there's a sudden commotion outside. A sleek black car screeches to a halt right in front of the Chekhov's coffee. And out... Wait, Deathstroke? No! No, Deathstroke. No. No. We're taking that out. I'll keep the first part, though. Because, we're talking about books. I might just, I'm just be chatting her up. Oh? Who's your favorite author? You ask, intrigued. Intrigued. Kara grins. I've always been a big fan of Evelyn Evers. Evelyn Evers. What a name. She leans in conspiratorially. I heard a rumor she might be working on a new novel set right here in Riverglade Beach. Wouldn't that be amazing? Her eyes sparkle with excitement. You perk up at the mention of your favorite author too? Me? Really? That's incredible. I wonder if it would involve any superpowered characters or plot lines. Of course it would. But that's boring, bro. I don't want to say that. That's lame. We're all superheroes. We don't want to hear about all that. So I changed it to, oh, that sounds cool. I wonder if she's scoping Riverglade Beach. It would be awesome to meet her. Maybe I should do a Californian accent. Shoot. Let's see. I'll think about it. You take a sip of your espresso and savor the rich, velvety taste. Ah, just what I needed, you murmur appreciatively. Kara chuckles. I'm glad to hear that. Come back anytime. She glances out the window at the bustling street scene. It's pretty crazy out there sometimes, but I wouldn't trade living here for anything. You nod in agreement as you step aside for the next customer in line. While you enjoy the chaotic energy out there, it's the small moments like this that remind you what a joy being alive is. You take your cup of espresso and head over to the bookstore. You step into the cozy, inviting atmosphere of Pages and Prose, your local bookstore. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the scent of aged paper and ink. You breathe deeply, savoring the familiar sensation. As you make your way to the sci-fi section in search of new reads, you overhear a hushed conversation between two patrons nearby. Oh, no. No drama, please. I'm just trying to have a day off. I can't believe Evelyn Evers is actually here in Riverglade Beach right now, working on her next novel, the first patron exclaims in a stage whisper. I hear she's been spotted all over town taking notes and observing people. Really? That's incredible, the second patron replies, eyes wide with excitement. Do you think she'll do a big signing or something while she's here? That does sound exciting. This bookstore isn't really popular, so there's not much hope in her coming here for a book signing. So you won't hold your breath. You pick up an interesting book, judging it solely by the cover art, depicting a man fighting a giant bug on an alien planet. And folks, I do judge books by their cover. Because a lot of the times, the author's intent goes into the cover art nowadays. And yeah, that's right. So forget that old saying. We're going on with this story stuff. You take a closer look at the book in your hands, turning it over to read the blurb on the back cover. Starship Terror, The Galactic Bug Wars, by new author Jax Torrin. You murmur to yourself, space horror. I usually go for sci-fi thrillers with a bit more action and less of that deep meaning stuff. You flip to a random page, scanning through it. You skim a few paragraphs, your eyes widening slightly as you take in the vivid descriptions of the grotesque alien creatures and the harrowing plight of the starship crew. Despite your initial reservations about space horror, you find yourself drawn into the story's tense atmosphere and pulse-pounding action. Huh, this isn't half bad, you mutter to yourself, flipping back to read more. Maybe I should give it a chance. I'm just having a day of going to read a book in my game. Hey, you know what? The premise of the story is I'm taking a day off. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a day off while chaotic stuff happens around me. You stand up and walk to take the book to the front counter when you bump into a woman wearing a big hat and sunglasses indoors. Oh, I'm so sorry, you exclaim, nearly dropping your book in surprise. The woman turns to face you, and as she lowers her sunglasses, you recognize her instantly. Evelyn Evers herself. Wow, look at that. Please don't worry about it, she says with a warm smile. I should have been paying more attention to where I was going. She glances at the book in your hands. Starship Terror? I haven't read that one yet myself. Are you Evelyn Evers? You say in a loud whisper. The renowned author chuckles warmly, looking around to ensure no one is eavesdropping. Guilty as charged, she murmurs conspiratorially. I hope you'll keep it our little secret though. I'm trying to blend in while I research my next book. What a fancy gal she is. Can we talk for a bit? I'm a big fan, you ask, eyes wide. Evelyn Evers smiles warmly at you. Of course, I'd love to chat. Why don't we grab a table over there and you can tell me what draws you to sci-fi? She gestures towards a cozy seating area in the corner of the bookstore, away from prying eyes and ears. You follow her over, trying not to gawk too obviously as she moves her hat and sunglasses. Don't do that. Don't take that off. Put that back on. You don't need that. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I'd rather talk about your books. What inspires you to write such strong female characters without leaning on contemporary tropes? You ask as you take a seat across from her, putting your coffee down. Evelyn Evers leans back in her chair, a thoughtful expression on her face. That's an insightful question. She taps a finger against her chin. I think the key is to focus on creating three-dimensional characters with their own agency and motivations, rather than just fitting them into preconceived molds. She continues, when I write about women, or really any character, I try to explore what drives them as individuals. You nod, taking in what she said. That seems hard to do nowadays, noting that media prefers to be as shallow and flashy as possible in recent times. I know what you mean, Evelyn Evers says with a knowing look, but I believe that depth and nuance are what truly captivate readers and make stories memorable. She pauses, studying you thoughtfully. What do you think about the recent trend of having heroes who are just as morally ambiguous as the villains? Here's what I wrote. Such a doozy. Had a time trying to figure this one out. I feel like it's the other way around, where writers choose to write villains as sympathetic and morally gray. While I agree in some special cases, things aren't always what they seem, but a lot of evil is just black and white, regardless of if you had a tragic background. In the end, I believe everyone has a choice to be better than their circumstances, even if it's hard. It's not a bad trope, but when it becomes a trend, like you said, it loses its impact. You tell her. Your facial expression betrays a same sort of trauma that you had to go through in the past. I think it would be fine if we had villains everyone can root behind taking down, instead of philosophizing their morality and understanding their justification for killing people. A balance of both would make books and movies less stale. Sheesh, thoughts fired, wow. Evelyn Evers leans in, her eyes sparkling with interest. That's a compelling perspective, she said. I've always believed that stories could challenge us, make us think, and sometimes even make us uncomfortable. But you're right, there's a fine line between complexity and confusion, whatever that means. She takes a sip of her coffee, then continues. I think what you're saying is that we need to be mindful of how we portray morality in our stories. I think book authors are fine, to be honest. There's more greater variety to be found in a library. But particularly in movies do we see the same vapid tropes played over and over again. Sorry for ranting about movies when you yourself are a book author, you apologize. It's a subject that's been on your mind recently. Please don't apologize, Evelyn Evers says with a chuckle. Your insights are valuable. As an author, I'm always interested in hearing readers' perspectives on storytelling. She leans back, considering her words. You make a good point about the difference between books and visual media. While both can be powerful tools for storytelling, they have their own strengths and limitations. Yeah, well, what do I know? I'm not writing any stories. But I do have eyes and common sense, you laugh. Anyways, what are you doing here in this bookstore? Are you considering doing a signing or anything like that sometime soon? Evelyn Evers glances around the cozy bookstore, a fond smile on her face. Oh, this? I'm actually doing research for my next novel. I like to immerse myself in different settings and observe the people who frequent them. She gestures around the bookshelves. Libraries and bookstores are some of my favorite places to explore. They're treasure troves of stories waiting to be discovered. She pauses, studying you curiously. And who knows? Oh, what is that? Does that mean you're flirting with me? I don't know how to read the room. Are you saying you'd like to get to know me better? You ask, not really good at reading signals. I don't know. Okay. Guys, I'm just here writing this story. So I was wrong. Evelyn Evers laughs warmly, shaking her head. I appreciate your honesty, but no, not in the way you might be thinking. I mean that sometimes I encounter intriguing people during my research who become inspirations for characters. Would you be comfortable with me taking a few notes about our conversation? She reaches into her bag, pulling out a small notebook and pen. You consider her request for a moment, curiosity getting the better of you, and you say, sure, go ahead. Darn it. I shoot my shot and I missed. That's okay. That's okay. You chat a bit more with her, explaining your thoughts about being a hero and the struggles you face yourself. At the end of it, Evelyn Evers thanks you for your time and you part ways. Oh, before we go, you say, you quickly use your super speed to find one of your favorite books by her and appear before her again, politely holding the first page open. Would you mind signing this book? I'm not gonna apologize for asking for her signature, okay? They like to sign books most of the time. Evelyn Evers smiles warmly, taking the book from your hands. Of course, it would be my pleasure. She flips the book open, her pen poised over the title page. To whom should I dedicate this? To Ratrick. That's all you need to write. You say, and she nods, carefully writing out a message. Oh, before returning the book to you. Here you go. Oh, okay, so she wrote a message instead of just putting Ratrick. You smile and wave, and after you see her leaving the store, curiosity gets the better of you, and you check to see what message she wrote you. Let's see what she wrote. As you open the book, you see her elegant handwriting on the title page. It reads, To Ratrick, with thanks for the inspiration and the reminder that heroes come in many forms. Keep shining your lights. Evelyn Evers. And that's all she wrote. You close the book. A sense of warmth spreading through you. You tuck the signed book under your arm and make your way back to the counter to pay for your new purchase. The cashier Kara greets you with a smile. You purchase the book and head home, ignoring the chaos all around the city as heroes and villains clash endlessly. You might have been tempted to join the fray, but every hero needs a break now and then. And that's where we're going to end the story. Sorry I didn't make it like a action-packed adventure thing. The story kind of really made it seem like it wanted me to take a break, or it wanted me to stop taking a break and then, help people, I guess, at the academy or whatever it was saying earlier. But you know what? I decided to just take a break because I'm sure that the other quick play options are going to be more action, right straight into the action. So, this story's not bad. You can have a million ways you can choose to go. You can decide like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to not take the day off and I'm just gonna help people. Or you're gonna take a day off as a superhero living in a world like this. I chose to talk to, an AI generated author it was a pretty interesting conversation. I like to, kind of challenge the AI's thoughts and stuff like that. But this kind of thing has been on my mind, so it was kind of nice to be able to talk about it in a small way, I guess. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Sorry it took so long to make this video. I just don't have the time and space to make videos. So whenever I do get a chance, things are gonna come out. So if you're still here, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to say, actually, next week, I shouldn't even say that. Next time, we're gonna be taking a look at the Chimera Squad. So look forward to that. Okay, bye for real. Toodaloo. Oodalay. Suddenly, Soundwave interrupts himself. Darn it.